In this video, we'll discuss the importance of benchmarking. What we call a benchmark, also known as an evaluation set, is a baseline we design in advance to assess the capabilities of a large language model. Constructing a benchmark should be the very first step in developing any LLM product, but it's often the most easily overlooked step. For instance, consider a product manager. For them, it's essential to clearly define the criteria for a product's success, as well as to know the performance level the product must reach before launch. If it doesn't meet launch requirements, how far off is it from the desired standard? To answer these questions, a benchmark is indispensable. Secondly, for engineers, there are other considerations, such as deciding which open-source model to choose and what kind of data to collect. With a benchmark, these questions become easier to address. Given a benchmark, we can quickly test some of the open-source models available on the market. After testing, we can easily identify which open-source model performs best according to our benchmark. We can then choose one or two of the top-performing ones. Throughout the benchmarking tests, we can also easily observe the gap between the current model and our ideal model, essentially the difference between them. This gap represents the area we need to improve through fine-tuning. For example, if part of our benchmark includes data to test a model's sense of humor, we may find that the current open-source model does not perform well in this area. But ideally, we want the model to have a sense of humor, so a gap exists here. Next, our goal becomes clear. We need to gather more data related to humor. Similarly, if we find a lack of other abilities, we should correspondingly gather data sets to enhance those capabilities. Now, let's discuss the third question. Who should create the benchmark? Ideally, I believe the responsibility should lie with the product manager, product lead, or project manager. If they're not very familiar with the capabilities of large models, they may need some support from the engineering team. In summary, constructing a benchmark should be the first step for all large model products. It is also the most important and, at the same time, a task that requires significant insight.